The episode begins with an introduction to Light Yagami, a brilliant high school student who is dissatisfied with the state of the world. Light finds himself engrossed in thoughts about the current state of the world and the pervasive presence of crime and injustice. Light looks up and witnesses a mysterious object descending from the sky. The book lands right in front of him and he goes to pick it up after class. Intrigued by the Death Note's power, Light takes it home and starts reading the instructions. He learns that by writing a person's name in the Death Note while picturing their face, he can cause their death. The atmosphere is filled with a sense of mystery and intrigue as Light reads the instructions carefully, absorbing the extraordinary power he holds in his hands. As he scans the news, he comes across a report about Otoharada Kuro, a criminal whose actions have caused immense suffering. Driven by a mixture of curiosity, frustration with the flawed justice system, and a desire to make a difference, Light makes a bold decision. He decides to test the Death Note by writing Otoharada Kuro's name in it, believing that if the notebook truly possesses the power to kill, it will take effect. Light's anticipation grows as he waits to see the immediate consequences of his actions because you are supposed to die by heart attack within 40 seconds of your name being written in the book. At first he believed the book didn't work until news reports begin to surface, confirming that Otoharada Kuro has died under mysterious circumstances. Light's decision to write down the criminal's name is a pivotal moment that establishes his character and sets the stage for the moral dilemmas that will unfold throughout the series. However, he feels the need to conduct another test to confirm the Death Note's power. Light ponders the idea of eliminating his classmate, Soichiro, who is a bully, but he contemplates the moral implications of killing someone he knows and the potential consequences it may have on his own life. While Light contemplates his next move, he witnesses a gangster engaging in an altercation with a woman try to assault her. Light seizes the opportunity to test the Death Note once again and make what he considers a righteous judgment. He writes the gangster's name in the Death Note, intending to end his life. As fate would have it, the gangster, unaware of his impending doom, runs across the street and gets struck by a passing bus. Light watches in shock and disbelief as the events unfold exactly as he had written in the Death Note. The gangster's sudden demise reinforces the power of the notebook and the extent of its control over life and death. Light arrives home after the events involving the gangster's demise. He is greeted by his mother, Sachiko Yagami, who excitedly asks him about his report card. Light takes the opportunity to showcase his exceptional academic performance before retreating to his room. Once alone in his room, Light finally has a moment to process the intense experiences he has recently undergone. As he contemplates the implications of his actions, a mysterious presence catches his attention. Light discovers Ryuk, a Shinigami, lurking in the shadows of his room. In Light's room, after encountering Ryuk, the Shinigami strikes up a conversation with him. Ryuk observes Light's actions and becomes intrigued by his rapid and extensive use of the Death Note. As Light tries to process the existence of Ryuk, the Shinigami begins to speak, acknowledging that Light is the first human to use the Death Note to such an extent in just a matter of days. Ryuk expresses his amusement and curiosity about Light's intentions and the consequences of his actions. During their conversation, Ryuk provides insight into the Death Note's history and its powers. He confirms that by writing a person's name in the notebook while picturing their face, that person will die of a heart attack within 40 seconds, unless specified otherwise. Ryuk also told Light that the moment he touched the Death Note, he became its owner, but Ryuk also said that Light could give the book away if he didn't want it anymore, but he would lose all memories of ever having the Death Note. He also tells Light that humans that write in the Death Note cannot go to heaven or hell and that he will have the pleasure of writing Light's name in his Death Note when Light dies. It's also revealed that Ryuk really likes the apples in the human realm which Light uses to bargain with him. As Light grapples with the reality of the Death Note and its implications, he directs his attention to Ryuk, wanting to understand why he was the recipient of such a powerful and dangerous tool. Light, driven by curiosity and a desire to uncover the truth, poses the question to Ryuk. In response to Light's query, Ryuk reveals that he dropped the Death Note into the human world out of sheer boredom. The Shinigami explains that he was tired of his own realm and the repetitive nature of the afterlife, which prompted him to take action for his own entertainment. Ryuk further elaborates that the choice of who receives the Death Note is entirely random and devoid of any deeper purpose or significance. He emphasizes that Light's selection was a result of chance, indicating that any other person could have been the recipient if they had stumbled upon the notebook. Light's inquiry into why he was chosen reflects his curiosity and his desire to understand the extraordinary circumstances that have thrust him into this dangerous game. It also highlights his innate need for a sense of purpose and his quest for justice, as he seeks to make sense of his role as the owner of the Death Note. Towards the end of the episode, Light, having experimented with the Death Note and witnessed its lethal power, begins to contemplate the possibilities it holds. Fueled by his strong sense of justice and disillusionment with the existing justice system, Light makes a pivotal decision. Light is seen meticulously gathering information on various criminals. He obtains their names and faces, meticulously preparing himself to utilize the Death Note as a means of punishing those he deems deserving of his righteous judgment. The criminals he has targeted begin to suffer the effects of heart attacks, meeting their demise within the designated time frame. This sequence serves as a turning point for Light's character, as he fully embraces his role as the wielder of the Death Note and states that he wants to be the god of the new world he will create by reshaping the world according to his vision of justice. It illustrates Light's determination and strategic thinking as he methodically eliminates criminals, challenging the established notions of law and order. Thank you for joining me on Recap It All, your ultimate destination for comprehensive recaps of your favorite anime, TV shows, and movies. See you next time.